So, Iyabo Ujo, actress, Tonto Dike, actress, both of them not active on the scene right now. I mean, you barely see or you will not even see one movie that they are into. But they have a charity organization and they are the ones that claim that they are rooting for justice for Mohbad. They were the ones that were accused by Mohbad's father's auntie that they were dancing at the coffin shop, dancing, and they have been asked if it were their own child, would they have been dancing at the coffin shop? Now they decided to have a one-on-one open discussion with Daddy Freeze, and they are going to touch on DNA. They are going to touch on some other issues that have been raised. People are not comfortable, happy with Tonto DK and Iyabo Ujo. In fact, they both have been linked to Gist Lover. What is the stand of Iyabo Ujo, Tonto DK, as per the request of Mohbad's father? He wants DNA to be done. Now, Iyabo Ujo is saying that Mohbad's father does not have the right, but in a circumstance such as this, where Mohbad is not alive, it has to go through legal route. Is that where they will be trying to stop and crush this man, knowing fully that the man is not financially stable? After all, Tonto DK bullied this man. Tonto DK said a lot of terrible things to this man on our IG. But we are going to allow that, slide. It's not important. Focus is the most important. But are we judging Iyabo Ujo, judging Tonto DK without listening to them? That is the reason why I decided to be fair. Let us listen to them. What are they really into? What are they for? What is this all about? Or don't you think we should be fair? Let us listen to what Daddy Freeze, Iyabo Ujo, Tonto DK said regarding this serious issue that is on ground. Before we proceed, like, share, tap on the thanks button to encourage this channel to move forward, to do more. If you are just coming across this platform, tap on the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell. It's very important and it is even free. Let us get right into this one.
Learned people know that the only two people who have the right to ask for a DNA is the father and the mother of the child. So now, in the case where the grandfather is requesting for a DNA, it has to be done the right way, which is following legal procedures, steps, right? And to the best of my knowledge, the last time I came out, I said I called Wunmi and I was like, Wunmi, what's going on about this DNA stuff? And she's like, she's ready to do it, but she has her lawyers. And it's because it's a lot of things. Very funny. I know so. Yeah, because I know so much, but I can only say so little because I am one of the people that have been saying we don't want distractions. We don't want distractions. We don't want distractions. So their family matter is something I really don't want to get involved with. But the reason why I just decided to wage in and tell Wunmi, look, Wunmi, what about this DNA thing? And I have to do that with a lot of maturity. Because but get a DNA test done for your child. It kind of sounds funny. So when I had to do it, I had to be very mature about it. And because I could see that Mohbad's mom too was like, the woman is tired already. She just wants everything to be, over with. I spoke to Wunmi, and Wunmi said then that, sis, as I'm speaking to you, nobody has come to me or contacted me or my lawyer. And, because there's already an issue on ground, all this I hate her. She F's around, all these things that were said by, her father-in-law. There's a lot of, anger, issues, emotions rolling around the whole scenario. Do you understand?
Mm-hmm.
And we're like trying to just calm her down to say, you know what, just take it easy. And, just for your own child, let's get this done. But she has her legal lawyers who are also, there advising her legally. And there are things that she cannot do on her own anymore, that she has to do through her lawyers. Do you understand? So the issue is that, yes, she wants to have that DNA done, but it has to go through her lawyers, which is the legal procedure. And to the best of my knowledge now, they have actually written, you understand, a letter to Wunmi's lawyer, and they have also responded. They have responded, and they also have also responded back. So now there's a back and forth, within the lawyers, and so they want the test done of his grandson. They also have requested that he also needs to get a test done first.
That is Mohbad.
He needs to get court orders. He needs to also make sure that the tests, they're being done in 3 different places. So, and which America is part of it. And they have to fund the whole bill, So, they have also responded that they are ready to
How much is
do
the
all
bill
that
right now?
Sorry?
How much is the bill?
They will go and find that out too. I don't know if Wunmi has and her son have American visa. So they will have to go through that process, get a visa.
No, but they can send samples. They can send samples.
That's why I'm telling you that the legal teams are the one going back and forth right now on that, because according to Wunmi's lawyer, they are ready to do it, but they have conditions that must be met, And I think Mohbad's dad also has said, okay, they are going to meet all these conditions. But Wunmi too has to pay for if Baba Mohbad wants to run his own test, So there's a lot of back and forth, going on there. Hopefully, they would come to a conclusion. They will come to a conclusion, and that will be done. But
so
for me,
Baba Mohbad wants Wunmi to pay for his own DNA test.
Sorry?
Baba Mohbad
that the lady would pay for his own if he wants to run a private one, separately from the one he's going to pay for. If he wants to run his own, the lady will pay for it.
Now,
like I said, I just made a caricature out of it. I don't know when we stopped looking for justice and started looking for DNA. Like I said in my write-up, I am 100% support of DNA. But when has DNA become justice?
This is a serious
When
issue.
has
It's not
DNA become justice? This man was busy fighting for land, busy fighting for justice for DNA. Well, the people who molested, dealt with his child, frustrated these boys are out there on the street now doing charity. I always say it in this just die. Just don't die. Repent.
I've tried my own part to talk to Wunmi, and Wunmi has said yes, she's going to do it, but she has to go through he has to go through her legal team. So now they are going through the legal team. So hopefully maybe the 2 legal teams will meet, at a meeting point and be able to resolve the issue.
Baba Mohbad
That one is not something any of us can, You know, it's between, yes, because it has become a legal issue now. So they are both dealing with it. So
his own, if he wants to run a private one, separately from the one
that one I don't pay for.
If he wants to run his own, the lady will pay for it because it's not our problem. We are fighting for the board. You know, it's just the different, dragging, emotions that's making us even speak on DNA. If not, I don't have any business with DNA. It's none of my business. I'm not part of the family. It's the family's responsibility. Even like, well, some people still go and fight for Wunmi for DNA. I say, we have fought the fight. We're still fighting the fight. When you see this particular part, it is the family that is supposed to fight by themselves. I don't think
they've already started fighting now, Tonto.
I know.
The legal teams are involved. You understand?
I know, but I'm saying at this point, everybody should actually have a recall. To have a recall, a rethink, and just a brain booster. Even the pain that I feel, I'm sure they feel some of it. They feel even more. That pain should even put all of them back together.
Wunmi's lawyer, somebody said Iyabo is the one prologuing it. I'm not the legal team now. Is that you don't know that the Falano? The Falano is a lawyer now. Daddy Falano is a lawyer. So is that the Falano that and Baba's lawyer, I don't know Baba's lawyer's name, they are the one handling it. I'm not a lawyer, I'm not a judge. Our own was to create awareness and to pursue it and enforce it, and that's what we've done. So everything that we have asked that should be done, it's going on. So assuming the corona inquest has ended and there's nothing going on again, that is when we can come out again. But the corona inquest is ongoing, So the way court case is not today or tomorrow. It's something that takes time, and we are on it. We are there, listening to everything and watching. As long as there's a case going on, the justice is also going on.
Now, let me ask you a question, the two of you. By your own...
Someone said, Iyabo, did she demand a legal team on her behalf? Demanded.
Now, let me ask you a question.
Hey.
By your own findings, who do you think?
I am not comfortable with
who do you think? What do you think?
That's a question that none of them will want to answer and can answer.
We all want justice for Mohbad, but the way it is going, it has turned into a family.
We love you. We're not fighting with you. We're not fighting against. We're not fighting with you. We're not fighting against you. We just want you to do the right thing by your family and your son. I'm a child. I can't even give you advice. Even if I make mistake, I don't believe that the same mistake.
Is it true you signed a contract? Is that contract true?
Well, from inside this, yes. But like you said, everything is alleged until maybe family has blow. So.
Daddy Freeze, any other question for me? Any question of the day?
Me, Mobi, tí mo fẹ́ gbé question yẹn lọ. Ó ti sú èmi gan mi lè parọ́. I can't lie. I'm tired. According to your own opinion, who do you think by Mohbad? According to your own opinion, who do you think by Mohbad?
When I'm not a judge and I'm not a spiritualist,
even if, like I said at the beginning, there's some things that I have opinion about that I don't have to necessarily voice out. This kind of question is one of it. You just keep it in your heart and you just pray that
according to the story. If we are still following, because that's why they're having the coronal inquest. So according to the stories that are on ground, until that autopsy result is being read and we know exactly what went down, we really cannot say for a certainty that this is what killed Mohbad. We know for a fact he had an issue, a fight with his friend. We know for a fact that he had a little bruise on his hand. We know for a fact they called a nurse and he was injected. We know for a fact that he reacted to it and then he lost his life. Those are the things that we know for a fact. So, but until the test result comes out, until the autopsy result is out anyway, I'm sure, but until they now read it and maybe people in court get to hear that information, then we can know for a certainty, okay, this is exactly what happened, you know? So until that happens, we really cannot say what exactly killed Mohbad. But we just know that, okay, there was an issue, he had a cut, they called the nurse, he wasn't feeling too fine, they gave him an injection, he asked them to pull it out, and then later he died. So that's just what we have for now. Until they now read it and we know that, okay, this is exactly what happened.
Mohbad's wife.
Yeah.
And Mohbad's father. By your own standards, what do you think strained the relationship? Because I saw a video today of them dancing together, going to church.
It was very good.
From what I have heard so far from Miss side, and a little bit of what I've heard from Mohbad's mom, they had a very cordial relationship. They were very cordial. And I don't know when all these issues, I knew there were issues, according to them, there were issues before Mohbad died. You know, issues about placenta or no placenta, you know, so I think those things started building up gradually between them at a time, you know. Mohbad's mom's story is for Mohbad's mom to come and tell. She has a total different version.
Can you bring her to my life?
Right?
Does she want to come and talk?
She doesn't want to. And
I don't even think it's advisable, but that is free.
She doesn't want to because she feels that the drama is too much.
Yes, it's too
She
much.
feels that all she wants is that justice should be found and Mohbad should be buried, you know, and everything should just die down. She really does not like the fact that, you know, bloggers are feeding off her son.
Welcome back. What I can observe in all of this is theatrics, and we are talking about serious issues here. I could hear the glee in the voice of Tonto DK, and of course Iyabo too also. She's sort of kind of excited a little bit about this. It is now Mohbad's father against, or let's say Tonto DK, just lover Iyabo Joe, Mohbad's mom Wunmi, and Mohbad's junior brother Adura, and the rest of those people who are not ready to say the truth of what happened. It is now them against Mohbad's father. Well, Mohbad's father has to stand strong and tough on this one. He will not get support if he doesn't go out there to speak. And I am glad that he broke the contract with the so-called African TV CEO man, because the man is not doing anything. We've not seen how much he has raised. We've not seen him, you know, arrange series of interviews so that Mohbad's father can say his own part in all this that happened. We are not seeing that. So the man is free to move. And unfortunately, Oriyomi Hamzat, who wanted to take charge, at least to be part of this, he's angry. He said he's no longer going to be part of this. Now, let us see how things will turn out to be as it is. Somehow, things are not just working in the favor of Mohbad's father. It's quite unfortunate. A lot of things needs to be, the man needs to do a little bit of feasibility study I don't think it's a crime for him to request for DNA of this little boy. These are pending issues. These are issues that his own son raised with him. But he could not split son and Wunmi at that time. There was a limit to what he could do or say because Mohbad is now rich. And if you talk to him in a certain way, he will not give you money. These are problems. And this is what Oriyomi Hamzat also spotted. They could not control him or even give him good advice. Of course, the father said he did give him advice here and there, but there is a limit. If your son gives you transport money, food, feeding allowance, and you've become like a child. May we not be poor. And may we, even in our okay mode, not too rich, not too poor, may we have authority to speak and advise our children. This is so sad. So Tonto DK, Iyabo Joe's stand from what I'm seeing is that they are not really saying, they can't really say that DNA should not be done, but they are putting out some fillers. And I do understand the part that they are focusing on. People are on two sides. They said, why can't they do the DNA from the donation that Iyabo Joe Tonto DK, organized? Why not? If this is what needs to be done. But according to Iyabo Joe, Wunmi said, I cannot foot the bill. If he wants DNA, if he really believes that that boy does not belong to his son, let him pay for it. He wants to find out, then pay for it. Mohbad's father wants DNA to be done home and abroad, or maybe in 3 places. One in the UK, one in America, and one in Nigeria. So that there will be an independent result to confirm if truly Mohbad is the father. Now, there are talks about Liam not being the son of Mohbad due to some of the, in quote, transformer action of Mohbad's widow, Wunmi. We are hearing many of these things out there. But I think donation is being made or will be made from what I'm seeing. I don't really know when and how this is going to be done. Donation will be made, millions will be raised to foot the bill for this DNA to be done once and for all, so that everyone can rest. Everyone can rest. And I don't know. What do you think about this one? Is it right for Mohbad's father to wait on Wunmi? I think what Mohbad's father should have said is, you guys have received donation. Be loud about it. And I heard the donation is with my ex-wife. Out of that money, go and do DNA. Now, let us go to the beginning. According to Mohbad's father, when Wunmi could not get pregnant, after the introduction, they have 3 steps. Introduction, where family members meet each other, introduce themselves. We are from the family of this and that. And next, engagement and the wedding. That's how it is. So introduction is what he said they went for, but he realized that they turned introduction into an engagement and into marriage. He could not understand, but we know for a fact that Wunmi and Mohbad are not legally married as per the law. What they did is just the customary marriage. And that's what they did. So, requesting for DNA is not a big issue. Now, after the introduction/engagement, Wunmi couldn't get pregnant. Wunmi could not get pregnant. So, Mohbad's father said, having tried, both of them having tried medical and herbs and whatever, still she could not get pregnant. He had to engage some spiritual exercise into this to give her the opportunity to have a child. He said he prayed, he gave them some psalms to read, some spiritual exercises. They had to do a lot of things for both of them to just at least have that child. Well, at the end of the day, she got pregnant. But during this period, there have been so much that he knows and he's seeing and he's hearing from his own son. So now that Mohbad is not alive, he said, okay, all of those things that have bothered me, I want a DNA to prove that this child belongs to my son. Who knows? Maybe Mohbad's father has some info that his own son has some problems. It is possible that he has found out that his son has some problems. I don't know. So he wants to be sure that this child belongs to his own son. This is the only thing holding the burial of Mohbad, because autopsy has been done, but it has not been put out publicly. This is the only thing that remains. So what I think Mohbad's father should do now is to press for DNA donation. Press for DNA donation. Press for DNA donation. That is what you should use your time, because it's going to cost quite a lot, but not that much. I don't think it's going to be too, it's not going to be this extraordinary. I mean, come on. DNA, how much is DNA in Nigeria? How much would DNA cost in the US? How much will all of this cost? Probably at the end of the day, $1,500 will sort it out for the three. I don't think that's what they need. I think $1,500 will sort out DNA in Nigeria and in the US if they want for two places. What I'm trying to say is this: DNA can be done. How much will DNA cost in Nigeria? How much will it cost in Nigeria? I think $500 or less can even sort out, maybe $300 can sort out DNA in Nigeria. And the rest can be used for the UK and the US, or if whatever, how they want it. These things can be sorted out. So if that is what they are looking at, let this be done quickly. The same way donation was raised for Wunmi and Liam, is the same way donation will be raised for this. And unfortunately, Mohbad's mom, it's a pity. You are not a good person. You're not a good person. I don't know what happened in between. But from what we heard, they already had friction issue of being separated. Mohbad wanted to put them together, like, your guys are going to get married again and stick together. I don't want to go see my father here and see my mother there. I want you guys to be close to me. I want to be able to see both of you. This is what I want. That on one side. And the issue of Mohbad's dad still keeping the new, is this stepmom of Mohbad? Yeah, the stepmom that Wunmi referred to as girlfriend. I think that's the thing. So Mohbad's father wants to have two of them. Like, okay, if you say we should, it's okay, but I'm going to still keep the other woman that I got married to later. I'm going to keep her. So he will bring the second woman to his son's home, saying to let Mohbad's mom know that I know that you have another man. We heard it that Mohbad's mom got married or had children for another person somewhere, blah, 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 and all of that. So for her to know that I'm not going to throw away the other woman because she has not offended me. She came into my life when you left or when you did what you did. I'm going to keep both of you. I'm going to be polygamous. That is what the man wanted to prove. And it resulted into Mohbad's mom becoming angry, saying, no, you cannot. You have to send the other one away. It's going to be you and I, and that's it. Well, what a complex world. And now Mohbad is gone. DNA is the issue on ground. How is this going to be sorted out? That is the bone of contention. How is this going to be sorted out without money? Mohbad's father needs to raise money. Raise money. You don't have it. Raise money, raise money, raise money. We are hearing that Mohbad's father is charging this amount, 10,000, 15,000 naira for interview. And all of this don't make any difference. This is not what we want to deal with. We don't want to deal with that. It doesn't make any sense. The man needs money. Money is needed for this. So I'm not going to deal with that and begin to say, oh, why is he charging money for this? Why is he charging this and that for that? Why is he charging? No, it doesn't. He needs money. He needs money. He needs money. But I'm not saying that people should now start making money off from the RIP of Mohbad, like how the African TV CEO had the contract with Mohbad's father, and they said that he said he is going to take 25%, the lawyer will take 5%, and Mohbad's father will take 70% of this, of that. That's rubbish. That's rubbish. Mohbad's mom, you have to do the needful. You ask for your son's body to be buried. It's okay. We all agree. But can you take a little bit? Can you pay for half from the money you got? We heard that you have like 80 million naira sitting down in your bank account. We don't know how true this is. Can you take out of it? 80 million is a lot of money. Can you take out of this money to foot the bill, to do what you need to do. Or you are keeping the money because you two have been promised of traveling abroad, going back and forth, doing business. I don't really know. So guys, what do you think about this one? You've heard all that has been said. You've heard all that has been said. You heard from Tonto DK, from the tone of their voice, from their expression, from what Iyabo Joe said, from what all of them have said. What do you think? Do you think they are really seeking for justice, or there is something else attached to it?